subscribing to the channel. That's right, subscribe to the channel. Consider leaving a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell. Leave a comment. Hype the video up. If you hype the video up, we might live a better life. You can also leave a super thanks, which will help support the show. Now, I'm just clearing some space here. The old card storage section. Some good old-fashioned card cutting, but that's not why we're here today. We are here because we are going to draft a football team from these 1990 Pro Set football cards. I have 2 packs left. These are my last 2 Pro Set 1990s Series 2s in my storage here. So I figured with 14 cards in each, we're going to do a 7-round NFL draft and see if we can build a team. We do this from time to time. It's been a while. So now, of course, since we are opening cards, that means we might find some sports card legends, and we have some previous legends, some previous football legend cards that we have here. We have the late, great commissioner of the NFL, Pete Rozelle. Look at that. That is a man that knows his way around a fancy steak dinner. He knows how to cut it, how to eat it, how to order a whiskey. This is class. If class stopped in 1987, Pete Rozelle there. We have maybe future retired NFL star Travis Kelce celebrating. Not the playoffs this year. Oh, sorry. Look, I'm a Miami Dolphin fan. What do you want from me? It's a victory this year that they didn't get in. We have legends like, well, an actual legend, Terry Bradshaw. This is a nice, swell card. Legends like that. Okay, that's not a football legend. That's a soccer legend. Right? Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so this is like an original football legend. Okay. Otto Orf. Legends like Too Cool for School, Jim McMahon. Look at that. He made visors cool. I think we owe all visors currently worn in the NFL to the coolest of Jim McMahon. We have legends like Sean Landeta, the greatest punter in the history of the NFL, simply because of his mustache there. Look at that. Now don't forget, once we reach 3,000 subs on this channel, as we continue to slowly grow, he will go into the Sports Card ASMR Hall of Fame, taking his rightful spot next to, of course, Mark Malone. Alright, if we open up some legend cards here, we have some penny slaves sent to us a while back from our supporter, our viewer, Eric. If you'd like to send stuff into the channel for me to open, there's an address listed down below. Alright. So, without further ado, there's the deal. 2 packs, 14 cards in each pack. That's 28 football cards. So, we will have 28 cards and whittle it down to 7 as I draft an NFL team. Are you ready? Let's do it. I'm excited. Haven't done a football one in a while. Do you know anyone in your childhood that ordered the official NFL Pro Set t-shirt? Like they saw this and said, I gotta order this now? And they walked around school wearing that Pro Set shirt? I'd like to know if anyone actually did that. I don't think anyone I know did that. I might have done it. It's like getting the NFL logo hat and wearing it out in public. We're looking at you, Rollo. Alright, okay. Let's get back to it. Get back to it. gonna do something different. Gonna set those right there. And we're gonna open up the second pack here. Okay. Is that fine? Is that fair? Is that something you're okay with? Okay. We have opened up our last two Pro Set 1990 cards. Very popular series of football cards. So let's go ahead and see what we have and what we might potentially draft here. All right. We got Eric Allen. Look at that. Look at that legend. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. But this is Sean Landetta without the mustache. That's no. Sean, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. But still counts. What a legend. What a legend. All right, we have Lawrence Taylor, speaking of legends. Ray Barry. Lee Williams. Ken Rutgers. Christian Okoye. That's a great card. Great pull there. We got my guy John Offerdahl, one of my favorite all-time Dolphins there. We got Jeff Herrod. Dennis Smith, great safety. I think kind of forgotten in the annals of time. Don't hear his name discussed enough. We got Joe Phillips. And we got Brian Blightos. Ken Clark, Pro Set Prospect card. And then we've got the American Bowl Tokyo there. Can't draft that one. And Jim Plunkett art card there, a little art piece. We won't be able to draft that one. Win that trip to Hawaii. Well, that was scrapey. Alright, we got some good cards. We could probably draft seven players from this pack right here, but I think we're going to continue to see what else we got here. Alright, we got David Meggett, kick returner extraordinaire, and we are going to be able to draft the Pro Bowl cards. Tim Harris, great linebacker there. We got Matt Millen, future NFL GM, broadcaster, coach, question mark, I don't know. Carl Lane, Robert Delpino, was he Pino? Delfino? I mean Delpino, but I seem to recall the announcer saying Delfino, but that could be, I could be thinking of some Italian artist or something, I don't know. Joe Wolf, Michael Haynes, we got Ron Brown right there at the Raiders, Gerald McNeil, Mickey Schuler, tight end, and we got Fred Washington, Greg McMurtry, and Robert Awalt. And, oh, that's a good pull right there. NFL 1990 draft first round. Emmitt Smith. Looks pretty good here. Well, you know what we're going to do right now, even though he's going to be in this video. We're going to make sure. Oops, sorry. I'll keep you. Don't want your eyes to get too blurry there. We are going to put the old Emmitt Smith there. Nice, safe, and secure. Kind of. Alright, excited here. So here's our playing field. We're not going to draft those ones there, okay? Sorry, Jim Plunkett. And Chuck Howley, you guys get to sit right there. Just watch the proceedings. Alright, here we go. Let's review. Here's who we have potentially in our draft. Let's do it. Who will be our first round draft pick? I mean, there's no question. It's going to be this card, Emmitt Smith right here. Happy to pull this fantastic pull here. The final Pro Set 1990 opening here on the channel for a bit. That's our number 1 draft pick right there. All right, number 2. I mean, trust me, it's tempting. It's tempting. I think, though, we're going to get some defense, and even though I don't endorse most of the actions in his life, we're just here to draft football cards today. So Lawrence Taylor is going to be my number 2 pick in the draft there. Now, I noticed we didn't get any quarterbacks, so we're not going to be able to build the team with a quarterback, but you already got Emmitt Smith. Let's make sure that offense is absolutely secure. Big, bruising, Nigerian nightmare, Christian Okoye, our number 3 draft pick, right there. That's a strong. Look, you got a great NFL team. If that's who you got going on there. All right. Dennis Smith is a possibility here. You could go another linebacker there. Some good linebacker options. Number 4 pick. You know, yeah, we need to shut down the passing game if we don't have a passing game. So that is why I am going to pick Eric Allen. Eric Allen, number 4 pick in the draft. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. That means we need 3 more players here. I'm going to assume Sean Landeta is going to be an undrafted free agent, so I'm not going to draft him, but we are going to set him aside and put him in our Legends collection. I can't believe we pull a Sean Landeta. That's more exciting than the Emmitt Smith. All right, Lee Williams, not a bad idea. We might need some offensive line help. Really weird that we didn't get a quarterback in this draft. You know what? I think if we got Lawrence Taylor rushing from the outside, I do think I'm going to get a captain of my defense, and that is the great John Offerdahl with his legendary neck roll. You don't see neck rolls anymore because pads have changed, the style has changed. I enjoy a good neck roll player. Late 80s, early 90s specialties, and Offerdahl was one of the first to adapt. So he's our 5th round pick, John Offerdahl, 5th round pick. So we have 2 running backs, 2 linebackers, quarterback, who is our next pick here. Looking. These are some options. I'm pulling aside some options. think I'm going to go with my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 round pick. I'm going to go with Dennis Smith, safety. This is a great defense. With these 4 defensive players, we could absolutely win a bunch of football games. It's almost all we need. And we got a great offense. I don't know who's handing the ball off to them. I'm going to assume we already have a franchise quarterback there. So these are my final 2 options here of my 7th and final round pick in this football card NFL draft. We have Tim Harris. For fans in my generation, Tim Harris is a name that we know and respect. Packers. Did he end up in the 49ers? I think he did. Great linebacker. Back when linebackers are a little bit different. They were the superstars of the defensive squads. But then we have David Meggett, running back and extraordinary kick and punt returner for the New York Giants. So he also comes out of the backfield. Well, we already have 3 running backs. I was trying to maybe consider a wide receiver, but if you really kind of look at what we got, there's no wide receivers that I'd want to consider. Let's just double check. Welcome to the draft war room. Michael Haynes, Falcons, wide receiver. Speedster, as it says here. He caught 40 passes in 1989, his second NFL season. He had a career-high 190 yards on 6 catches versus Washington. Caught a 72 and 17-yard touchdown pass that day. He didn't play football in high school. Began his college career at Eastern Arizona Junior College as a defensive back, but switched to running back as a sophomore. He just played all around. And then went to receiver the following year at Northern Arizona. So he's a track star. So he's a speed runner. So that's potential. That's a potential pick there, but I'm not sure about that. Ron Brown. Let's look. Gerald McNeil. I remember Jared McNeil. He was a good kickoff guy out there in Houston. He was one of the AFC's premier kick returners. He came from Cleveland as a Plan B free agent. Now, a lot of you might be wondering what Plan B free agency is. It's not a form of birth control. It is the system of free agency that was when free agency kind of dawned in the NFL in the late 80s there. It's hard to explain, but it was an exciting thing. Gerald McNeil, I'm not going to pick it. Mickey Schuler is a tight end. Long career. Look at that. Started in the 70s. That's the mustache of a player for the 70s there. Here with the Eagles now, winding down his career. I don't think we need to pick him. Fred Washington, Greg McMurtry, prospect. I don't think that one is a good enough pick. Yeah, I think we're going to do this. I do want to make sure we have a little bit of a tool in our offensive weapon for the pass game and the return game. My 7th and final pick today is the diminutive but skilled David Meggett. So there we go. That is our NFL draft here today out of the Pro Set. Quick little vid in the middle of the holiday rush to repeat. In fact, I'll tell you what. I'm going to write this down. How about that? Just so we have it for posterity. Okay. Number 1, Emmitt Smith. Number 2, Lawrence Taylor. Linebacker. Number 3, the Nigerian Nightmare, Christian Okoye. Brilliant fullback. Remember that position. Next up, we got Eric Allen, cornerback. Dennis Smith. And our 7th pick, our Mr. Irrelevant, Dave Maggot. There we go. That's a solid NFL draft. We have a great team there. So that is it. Thank you for watching this quick little swing through this Pro Set. And, you know, fun video, but we also picked up an Emmitt Smith. That's not a bad thing. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let's do it again, okay? Subscribe so you don't miss a video. See you next time here on Sports Card ASMR.